What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Zero Wilson. Today in this video, I want to talk to you guys about how to boost your rankings up into Google search results with guest posting. Now, guest posting is an extremely effective SEO strategy. It involves you writing for other blogs. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would you want to spend all your time writing for other blogs? That doesn't make much sense. There's actually a few good reasons for this. Number one, you get exposure to new audiences. And number two is that you gain high quality backlinks from high domain authority websites. So let me go ahead and talk to you guys about what is guest posting, things to look out for, and let me also show you some websites that'll really help you guys out with guest posting. So now let's talk about what is guest posting and how it helps you guys, and then we'll go ahead and talk about how to outreach to companies, and I'll also show you some websites that'll really help you guys out. So what is guest posting and why is it crucial? Guest posting is writing blog posts or articles for other websites in exchange for a backlink to your websites. The more, the better. This is the number one way to build your domain authority and get more traffic. Now, if you guys decide to outreach to SEO companies and have them build backlinks for you, there's really only so much they can do. The real magic lies with guest posting. For example, if you guys have a guest post from Elegant Themes and Elementor linking back to your website, you can guarantee that's going to get you a lot more traffic and also boost you up to your domain authority. However, if you have a bunch of links from a bunch of low tier websites, that doesn't really do much for your website, right? So in order to break that glass ceiling and really push through the ranks in Google, guest posting is required. You guys cannot build a website to like DA 60 or 70 without guest posting. There's just no way it's going to happen. I would recommend guest posting as the number one best way to build domain authority and get traffic. Without guest posting, your website will never reach a domain higher than 30 or 40. Now, in my experience at SEO, generally all these SEO companies, they'll never get your ranking past 30. The main reason why is because they're linking to low tier websites. So again, if you do want to break through that glass ceiling and you really want to rise in the ranks of Google, you're going to have to outreach to large authority websites and ask to write for their company. And in exchange, you'll get a backlink from those websites. Now, make sure it's a do follow backlink. I want to be very clear on that. A no follow backlink doesn't really give you the juice and boost your domain authority up. So when you do write for them, you want to make sure that you get a do follow backlink from large reputable websites. Here we go. General backlinking will give your DA. I think my guy spelled this wrong. Sorry, guys. All right. So general backlinking will give your websites, I think you might have spelled website there, right? A 30 or 40-ish, right? If you want to get higher domain authority, guest posting is a must. Now, you guys can actually measure your domain authority by using Ahrefs tool. Let's go ahead and check it out. Go over here and open up Google Chrome. So for example, I'll go ahead and put in my website right here, right? zerowilson.com. And check the authority. I'll go ahead and click on I'm Not a Robot, and let's take a look at what my score is. All right, so my score is around a 66, and I'll be very honest with you guys, that's pretty damn good. You know, having a DA of around 70 is pretty good, right? This is done because a lot of large hosting companies talk about me, and I myself, I volunteer to write blog posts for a lot of large hosting companies like NameHero and also Hostinger.com. If those sites never link back to me, there is no way my DA would be around 66. It'd be around like 20 or 30, right? So you guys can use this tool and actually measure the success of guest posting to see how it's influencing your domain authority. Let's go ahead and go back to our slides over here. Now, with everything, guys, you know, you're in the world of SEO, and there's a lot of black hat practices, okay? There's a lot of companies doing really shady stuff. So I want to introduce you all to one thing to look out for when you are looking for guest posts. PBNs. What is a PBN? You guys probably heard this word before. PBN is a private blog network. A network of websites that use to link out to increase the rankings of one or more websites. These websites are used to build each other. So essentially what a PBN is, it's basically like a pool of like 20 websites, right? And these websites all link back to each other. You have one website actually going to large authority websites, and that builds a domain authority for that one website. That one website starts linking to all of their friends in order to boost all of their domain authority. Now, there's a few things that's wrong with this. Number one is that these websites don't really have any real traffic, right? So they have the domain authority, but they don't really have any traffic. And number two, and things to look out for, is whenever Google has an update, it usually involves PBNs or some sort of black hat practice, right? So if you guys do decide to use PBNs, your website could lose ranking because maybe the next update Google might have might influence these websites. And we have seen this time and time again, right? Google really doesn't like PBNs because the main reason why, they found a way to work the system. That's really what they found. There's nothing wrong with what they're doing. It's sort of unethical, right? Because they're using strategies to boost up their domain authority, but there's no real traffic. And I'll show you guys an example of this in just a bit. All right. There is some debate on the ethics of this tactic because they're only used to build domain authority for websites and not really for the average website visitor. We will take a look at a real PBN website and I'll explain what it is and why I don't recommend them. However, it doesn't hurt to add them in your portfolio. I can't sit there and say I have never used a PBN. I probably have. Some websites that I've actually guest posted for, they did look a little suspicious. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Now, this is a website I came across called bloggeroutreach.io. And this website actually has a directory of websites that accept guest post submissions. Now, before I talk about this website and we jump into actual blog posts they've written for me, I first want to give you a 1-minute tip on guest posting. Now, guys, guest posting is a very tedious process. There is a lot of going back and forth. For example, if you want to guest post for a company for free, you have to contact the company, you have to find the content manager, you have to find a topic to write about, and there's so much going back and forth with emails. A lot of the times people just give up. You know, they're saying, hey, this is too much. I don't want to do this no more, and people quit. Guys, don't quit. Be consistent. The reward is there. Trust me. Once you guys get the link on their website, you guys will see the traffic and it's really worth it. But I just want to give you a heads up that guest posting itself is a very tedious process. You're going to come to find that out, but it is definitely worth it. So anyways, this is a website called bloggeroutreach.io, and they pretty much do everything for you. And I really do like that. And I myself have been using this website for about 2 weeks and I've had success. And I'll actually show you guys a list of websites that are accepting guest posts, and I'll show you what I have purchased and give you guys an example. So here is my current account. And first, let's go ahead and go over here to my dashboard. Now, I'm actually using this website for my website, darylwilson.com, and I'm also using it for my new coffee website, copycoffee.com. This is my new website, and we're trying to build domain authority with it, right? I mean, it's a new website, and we want to boost it up in the search results. And since we've used this service, we've actually seen the points go up by 3. So I will say that it is working. But let's go ahead, go back over here, and let's first talk about Blogger Outreach. All right, so here's Blogger Outreach's backend, and this is where you can get an idea of how much you've spent and also how much is in your current balance, right? But let's go over here and click on Explore Sites. Now, these are the websites that are currently accepting guest posts. So all these websites here are accepting guest posts, and you can submit your article to them, and they'll go ahead and give you a backlink. Now, here we have some analytics, right? So first, let's talk about these analytics before we jump into any blog posts. So the domain authority is pretty much the authority of the website. The domain rating is the rating of the domain. We have the organic traffic, and this is saying how much traffic the website is getting per month. We have the spam score. Now, usually higher spam scores means that it has low quality backlinks or like millions and millions of backlinks. And then here we have the language, and then the links, we have do follow and no follow. Now, me personally, I always ask for do follow backlinks. If you guys are getting no follow backlinks from, websites with organic traffic of 1,000 or 3,000, to me, it's just not worth it. I really want that do follow backlink because I want that juice to build my ranking up in the search results. Now, before I show you guys some of these websites and also my orders, I first want to point out PBNs. All right, here's a great example of a PBN. This website right here, crazytofind.com. This website's domain authority is 55. That's a very high domain authority, right? 55 is actually pretty high, but the organic traffic is only around 600. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So let's do some further investigation here and click on one of these websites. So here is the website, crazytofind.com. And let's just take a quick look here and let's have an open mind. Is this a PBN? Let's take a look at some warning signs. So I'll go ahead and scroll down here and let's take a look at their topics. We have carpet, modern laptop, skin cleaning, free movies, lawyer, and landscaping. Those are 6 random topics that have no relation to each other whatsoever. Me personally, looking at this blog, it looks like spam, right? It looks like just articles that are just being spammed out with no readers. And if I keep scrolling down here, we have G-Lo reviews, ovulating, and fashionable stuff. I can tell right away that this is a PBN because the website itself has no real identity. It's just random content thrown all over the place. There's no logo, and it just doesn't really look official. So me personally, if you guys were gonna ask me, I would say this is a PBN. It definitely looks like it. The domain authority is too high for the content that they're producing. Let's go ahead and go back to this website, and let's go ahead and scroll down. Now, this one right here looks a little bit more genuine, right? Domain authority of 47 with 270,000 organic traffic. Something like that makes a little bit more sense, right? The higher domain authority, usually the higher traffic. If the domain authority is really high and they don't have a lot of traffic, it tends to be a PBN. This one right here, I would probably label as a PBN, but websites like this right here, you know, this actually looks very organic. Now let's go ahead and take a look at websites that you guys might be familiar with. Let's go ahead and go to search sites, type in WordPress theme, and let's just see if this website actually has websites that we're familiar with. And I would say yes. We have elegantthemes.com. Elegantthemes.com is the creator of the Divi theme. The Divi theme is the #1 most installed WordPress theme in the world, and it looks like Elegant Themes is accepting guest posts. We keep scrolling down here. We do have some other ones. Envision Themes. Envision Themes is also another popular, not popular, but they do offer some themes and stuff like that. Let's go to page 2. Digital Template Maker, digitaltemplatemarket.com. This is also another WordPress company that I've seen. WP ShopSmart. They're also another WordPress. Visual Modo. This is actually a very popular WordPress blog. In fact, they do make a lot of indie products, and I have seen a lot of their products on, I believe it is Product Hunt. Yeah, that's right. So they do have a lot of other products. They have a theme, elements or elements. What is it? Elements and templates. I'm interested to see what this is about. Templates, huh? Yeah, obviously you guys can tell it looks like a genuine website, and I actually do know the owners of this website, so I do know it's legitimate. And then there's some other companies that you guys might come across, like 8 Degree Themes as well. This theme actually sells WordPress themes. Yeah, so we can see that these are genuine websites that we actually do know about. That's why when I use bloggeroutreach.io, at first I was very skeptical, and then later on I realized, yeah, you know, I actually have seen some of these websites. So here's my orders, and you can see that we submitted guest posts to some of these websites. We did get rejected from this one, but that's no problem. You know, it's no big deal. We can just go ahead and apply for another one. But let's take a look at xstcoffee.com. This website has a domain authority of around 45 and organic traffic of around 20,000. So let's go ahead and take a look at our guest post. I believe it's under campaigns over here. We'll go to our Kobe Coffee. We will then click on the view the order, and then I'll view the post. So I put right here how to find the best quality coffee beans. And this is the article that they wrote for me. Keep in mind, this article was only about 20 bucks, you know, so for the quality of the article, it's actually not that bad. You know, like, yeah, it's not the best, but yeah, like the content itself actually makes sense, which I do like. And if we scroll down to the bottom, that is pretty much the end of the article, but it is a pretty long article, and I do like that. Now, the actual link right here was, if you scroll up to the page, was it, I actually saw it when I passed it. Here is coffee beans. Here is the actual link. We'll inspect the elements. And yeah, it does not say no follow. So as a result, this is a do follow backlink. So yeah, we are using this website for our current websites. So that guest post cost me in total about 80 bucks. It only cost me $20 to write the contents. I mean, 1,500 words for 20 bucks is actually pretty good. This website, I believe, has a domain authority of around 45, which actually is pretty good. So we're going to continue to use this website until we come across maybe something wrong. But overall, I'm pretty happy with these results. Now, you guys might be asking yourself, well, after you guest post, did you get any more traffic? Did you get more impressions? You know, let's go ahead and talk about that. So after we have submitted 2 guest posts for kobecoffee.com, we saw 0 change at all, you know, and that's practical, right? Remember, guest posting is a long-term strategy. Over time, you're going to see your website popping up more and more in the search, and it definitely is a long-term approach. But overall, we didn't really see any more impressions. We didn't really get any more traffic. However, we did get more visits to that article that we submitted. So you can see that we're linking back to this specific article, and we're actually getting the most page views for that specific article. So we are getting some traffic, not enough. However, let's go over here to Ahrefs. We did see our domain authority go up by around 2 points. So when we actually launched this website, we launched it about a month ago, it had around like 0 to 1 DA, right? It had nothing on it. And after we submitted just a few guest posts, it's almost at 4. So yeah, I mean, although we didn't get much traffic, the domain authority is rising from those guest posts. So me personally, I would say I'm happy with those results. You know, actually measuring the success of the domain rating, it is slowly going up. So I do think that it is still worth it. Hey guys, I'm making a quick update to this video. This is a few weeks after I made this video, and I want to show you guys how this actually affected my DA. So I just showed you guys the DA was around 2 to 3, and about 1 month later of continual guest posting, the DA is now 10, right? So you guys can see that the DA is increasing. Also within our dashboard right here, you guys can see that our impressions are gaining, by the day, right? So here you can see that our impressions are going up. And now our daily impressions are on 50. This is just Google being weird, but overall you can see that the impressions have dramatically increased from just maybe like 3 to 4 weeks, right? So you guys can see the positive effects of guest posting. So to summarize, guest posting is one of the best ways to get high domain authority backlinks from websites. You guys also probably seen websites like WP Beginner, Neil Patel, WP Explorer. All of these companies guest post all the time. They do this because they want to gain high quality backlinks from various companies, and they also want to share their story with other audiences for more exposure. So if you guys do want to build your rankings into Google search results, guest posting is a must, and I definitely recommend it. So I hope this video brought a lot of value for you guys. If you guys do have any questions for me, feel free to let me know in the comments below. My name is Daryl Wilson, and I will see all of you party people in the next video, guys. Take care.